hate to break it to you, but those assets you're frantically guarding, they aren't wealth. They're essentially just pending liabilities.
Hold on, that is a massive claim. I mean, we view savings as security, the result of hard work. How can you possibly define capital accumulation as a liability?
Because you are banking on value in a system that has, well, it's hit a physical wall. We are analyzing the animation from the newspaper Nikkei regarding the history and future of capitalism. You look at that chart and you see a history lesson. I see a crash report.
I see a vital educational tool. This animation, it correctly visualizes the historical pendulum of our economy. It shows how we swing between the free market of Adam Smith, the invisible hand, and then the necessary state intervention advocated by Keynes. Understanding that swing, well, it helps us predict what comes next. It gives us context for where we are.
That history is just a comforting narrative. It frames capitalism as a law of physics, an immutable force like gravity, rather than what it actually is, a design choice. The animation presents this as a cycle of progress, but really, it's simply a record of the linear economy, the take-make-waste model. Whether the pendulum swings left or right, the result is still just resource extraction and exhaust.
But you're ignoring the system's history of resilience. I mean, look at the Great Depression or the stagflation of the 70s. The animation shows that when the market breaks, the state steps in to fix it. We regulate, we stabilize, and then we grow again. It's a self-correcting mechanism, not a broken one.
I'd argue those weren't corrections. They were concealments. Think of it like nighttime road work. When the economy hits a crisis, like the Lehman shock, central banks pour in liquidity. They're essentially just paving over the potholes with printed money.
Which keeps the economy driving. That's the point.
It keeps the car moving, yes, but it doesn't change the destination. Whether it's Adam Smith's free market or Keynesian intervention driving the car, the engine is still built on the linear model. Infinite growth using finite resources. We aren't fixing the engine, we're just paving the road faster as we head toward a cliff.
Okay, that's a compelling metaphor, but have you considered the function of the media here? You're attacking the messenger. This newspaper animation is highlighting the very issues you seem to care about. Jaffa's data monopoly, the widening gap between rich and poor, the climate crisis. It is informing the public. It's creating the awareness necessary to fix these things.
It functions more like a shipboard announcement on a sinking vessel. By framing these existential threats as just another historical cycle or, a trial to be overcome, it keeps the passengers calm. It suggests that if you just wait, the pendulum will swing back and save you. It effectively neutralizes your ability to demand a new vessel.
So what is the alternative then? You talk about this linear trap, but we need growth. We need GDP. That is the survival instinct of the current economy. That isn't just a number on a screen. It represents jobs, food on the table, the ability to plan for the future. You can't just turn off the engine of civilization because you don't like the exhaust fumes.
Growth is the bug, not the feature. You are defending the logic that is terminating the process. The only logical path is a hard route change to circular capitalism. In the linear economy, money is accumulated, creating the inequality the animation bemoans. In a circular economy, money acts as circulating energy like blood in a body. It must flow to regenerate the system, not clot in the bank accounts of the few.
But you're talking about uncoupling value from accumulation. If my savings don't represent a store of value anymore, then the last 30 years of my life are for nothing. You're asking people to abandon their safety nets and just step into the void.
Seeking answers from the old system is a fatal error. The void is the only place a new operating system can be built.
But we can't just...
Discussion terminated. Isolating the bug.